Education is not the filling of a pot but the lighting of a fire. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. If you are planning for a year, sow rice; if you are planning for a decade, plant trees; if you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Education is a better guarantee of liberty than a standing army. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. A first-class system of early childhood education is the hallmark of a caring and civilized society. Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. Intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. You educate a man, you educate a man. You educate a woman, you educate a generation. What a sculpture is to a block of marble, education is to the soul. If someone is going down the wrong road, he doesn't need motivation to speed him up. What he needs is education to turn him around. The highest result of education is tolerance. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. Be careful. Everything you say, every single day, may be recorded in your students' hearts forever. Education, the path from cocky ignorance to miserable uncertainty. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. 9/10 of education is encouragement. It is in fact a part of the function of education to help us escape, not from our own time, for we are bound by that, but from the intellectual and emotional limitations of our time. Learning starts with failure. The first failure is the beginning of education. Education is the ability to meet life situations. It is as impossible to withhold education from the receptive mind as it is impossible to force it upon the unreasoning. Learning never exhausts the mind. When you educate one person you change a life, when you educate many you can change the world. Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it. Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Educators are the only people who lose sleep over other people's children. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Children have to be educated, but they have also to be left to educate themselves. The purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. If a country is to be corruption-free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are 3 key societal members who can make a difference. They are the father, the mother, and the teacher. Education is supposed to juice your curiosity, not diminish or sate it. Education is learning what you didn't even know you didn't know. A library is the delivery room for the birth of ideas, a place where history comes to life. He who opens a school door closes a prison. The object of education is to prepare the young to educate themselves throughout their lives. The great aim of education is not knowledge but action. Education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom: first, by reflection, which is noblest; second, by imitation, which is easiest; and third, by experience, which is the bitterest. It is 1,000 times better to have common sense without education, than to have education without common sense. Education is the progressive discovery of our own ignorance. Education makes a people easy to lead but difficult to drive, easy to govern, but impossible to enslave. The content of a book holds the power of education, and it is with this power that we can shape our future and change lives. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth.